Ooh, I need to switch glasses. We got somebody in here throwing down the light. Okay, these are 1/8 ounce. Man, these glasses are dirty too. Let me help out a little bit. Who is that there? Mr. Clint, welcome in. Okay, these are 1/8 ounce. We got to do a bunch of these. I'm already out of the ones that I did earlier. There we go. Let me get a better shot. Here we go. That might work better. Appreciate everybody in here. Thank you for coming in. Hope I could be a little bit of entertainment for you guys. Inspiration, education, inoculation. Another one of those here. Welcome in, everybody. It is head time. Time for heads. These are 1/8 ounce. Welcome in, everybody. These are for lower heads. Let's see. I don't make jig heads. I like put the skirt on and paint them. Oh, okay. Hey there, John. got through melting a bunch of these. Get the gunk out of there. Welcome in. Hey there, David. That's what those look like right there. I'll be breaking those off here in a little bit. These are 1/8. We may do some 16th ounce. I don't know. We'll see. I may do some jig heads with bait keepers tonight too. Do appreciate everybody in the channel. Hope everybody's doing good. Good. You can make sure to subscribe tonight. Hey, welcome in. I'm making jig heads, lure heads. I make fishing lures for a living. I make fishing lures. It would make 2 or 3 dozen at one time. Yeah, the spin cast, let me see it. Let me pull out a mold. This here's a 1/8 ounce with a minnow head. Yeah, you got about, I think, 24 on that one there. If I do like 30 seconds and 64ths, I'm doing like 3 to 4 dozen. So I have a lot of, I can't make any minnow heads without the spin cast. I mean, I could if I went out and bought, you know, this kind of a mold or whatever. Yeah, that's what I'm wanting to get. I need to get a spin caster. I'm hoping that maybe this spring, if everything goes good this winter time, especially with the new tackle stores, I'm hoping to get a spin cast machine, and I'll be able to make bass lure heads, all kinds of stuff. I think a 16th ounce, it does, I think, 30 or 36. And all I got to do is put the hooks down and pour the lead. Yeah. There's a place up in Rhode Island that sells them. I don't want to buy a used one, but I may end up having to buy a used one. I'd like to get a new one, that way I have all the warranties and all that stuff that comes with them. And that mold right there is a 9-inch mold. That's mainly what I have are 9-inch molds. A 12-inch, a machine that'll do a 12-inch, like ours here, will do a 12 and a 9. But if you got a machine that just does a 9-inch, yeah, that's all it does. It won't do a 12-inch. Welcome in, guys. Appreciate everybody in here. Make sure to throw down some likes. We got 21 likes so far. These are 1/8 ounce pill heads. These are going to get eyes on them. They'll probably get eyes on them this weekend or Monday. Appreciate you guys. We got 241 in here. We got a lot of jig heads to pour. This is what they look like when they come out of the mold. Yeah, if you do have a spin cast and you have like 2 people or 3 people working it, you can make a lot of jig heads. Stopped in for a few. Football's about to come on. Well, good deal. Who are you going to watch tonight? Appreciate you guys coming in. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. These are all 1/8 ounce, #1 hooks. These will get cleaned off a little bit. They'll get powder coated. They'll get baked, and then they'll get eyes on them. Again, I do appreciate everybody on the channel. I need to go get me a drink. Let's see. Yep, only 38 likes. Yep. Going to listen. Cast. Oh, high school. Okay, cool deal. Hey, Miss Jody. Oh my goodness. My fly zapper fell off. Yeah, these are what they're going to look like, you know, when I do break off. Appreciate everybody coming in. Tonight's winner were Jerry Evans. He won a bunch of jigs, and then Jeremy won some material. That's featherhead jigs, and then Albie won a Flowcast t-shirt tonight. Those were all of our winners tonight. Appreciate everybody for throwing out gifts and all that cool stuff, guys. Appreciate you guys. Put another piece in there. Big schools. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. What's your advice for a person starting lure business? Know how to make lures. If you don't know how to make lures and you're going to be in the lure business, or you want to start a lure business, you got to know how to make some good lures. If you don't make good lures, that'll show pretty fast and you'll be out of business within a year. Number 2, know how to run a business. If you've never run a business before, you better do a lot of homework on running a business. Number 3, you better have a passion for it, because most guys burn out. Most guys will go out of business, they get burnt out, and they'll be out of business within 3 to 5 years. Usually the 3 to 5 years is the turning point. Yeah, usually somewhere between 3 to 5 years they'll burn out. They're like, I don't like this. I don't, Most people will burn out within 6 months. But you get big orders like what we just did this last weekend. You got to kind of bowl your head through it. Put your head down, and you got to push your way through it. If you're not getting business, you gotta, still stay at it. We have an inventory that we have a website, so we are both retail and wholesale. And so I'm steadily, even in the slow days, building up inventory because I know it's going to pick up. But we've been around for almost 15 years. So we've seen a lot of ups and downs. We've been around for a few elections, been around for a few floods and some really hot summers. And the time you're making money, you got to put back for the summer months. Yeah, we get so many people that they want to start a lure business and they have no business starting a lure business. But we'll find out where you're at in 5 years. But I enjoy it. It's not as fun when it's slow, but we've had a slow year. We had an election last year. We had a bad economy. And it's starting to pick up for us now. Another thing is, don't build on another man's foundation. That always happens. You get guys, they want to, especially with live streaming and stuff like that, they want to build their empire on somebody else's empire. There's nothing wrong with learning stuff, but when you start calling customers that belong to somebody else, or they, there's people that do that, and I don't do that. I'll go on the Crappie Man Jigs Live, and I'm not in there trying to poach customers and stuff like that, or some people do that. I need to write a book one day. I appreciate everybody in here. We got 261 people in our live stream. Where is everybody from? Where's everybody from? I'll do some shout outs here. We got New York in the house with Rafael Felix. Thank you so much. Who else? We got Michael from Oregon. We got Clint from Arkansas. We got Ralph from Valdosta, Georgia. I am from West Texas. Mauricio, gracias. Who else do we have in here? Oh, I'm dropping lead. I'm going to be wearing lead in my ear in a little bit if I don't watch out. Who else do we have in here? Yep, we got Florida in the house with Jacob. We got Zach from Ohio. What you doing? I'm making lure heads. Lure heads. These are for fishing. We got the King from UK. He's from the Kingdom, the United Kingdom. We got somebody from France. We got New York here. We got Hi Ruben with Panfish King from Indiana. Oh, thank you. Thank you guys for watching. I don't know if I'm super exhilarating and all that on my live streams. I don't do anything goofy. Just other than just being goofy, I guess. We got Greg from France. Bonjour. We got Brazil in the house. Well, thank you there. Appreciate that. Is that, I can't even read that. Manuel Martins Fernandez. Thank you for coming in. We got Canada in the house from Fire Chief. Thank you so much for coming in. These are 1/8 ounce lures. They're on a #1 hook, a mustad hook that is. Appreciate everybody in here, guys. Thank you. These are fishing lures. Well, hello there, Jose. Is that John? Joan? Yep. Yep, estes pesca la pescal. I'm terrible at speaking Spanish, so I try my best. I do understand Spanish if I'm talking to somebody, and audio-wise I can understand, but somebody writing Spanish, I'm terrible at that. Appreciate everybody in here, guys. Thanks for coming in. Hope everybody's having a good evening. Welcome in, welcome in. We got Brazil in the house. Yeah, these are fishing lures here. Yeah, that's what they look like. I am using lead. I am in a ventilated area. I am not wearing a mask because I don't need a mask. But we are doing good. I appreciate everybody in here. Hope everybody's doing good, good, good. Um, 440 people in here. Yep, thank you, mods. Thank you so much, mods. We're gonna get a bunch of crazy people in here tonight. I just can't wait to see them all. Just exposing who they are. Happy Friday! Happy Friday! How are you doing there, buddy? How's the weather up there? I bet you get asked that quite a bit. Okay, let's break some of these dudes off here now. Again, these are 1/8 ounce, number 1 hooks. Let's get your 3D glasses on, guys. Get your 3D glasses, because here we go. Welcome in, everybody. My fingers are still blue from those whatever feathers. Yeah, the Wapsi feathers don't do that. You have done great things. Appreciate everybody in here. Thank you guys for coming in. Make sure to subscribe. I do a lot of different things with lure making. Lots of lure making, guys. I make hand-tied lures. We also make jig heads with bait keepers. We also have our own brand of fishing poles, fishing lines, circle hooks. We also sell stuff to help make lures for, help people make lures with material, tools, vices, all kinds of stuff. We are America's finest. These lures here will have eyes on them. They will get eyes. They do cool off pretty fast, and that's what they look like. They're called pill heads. They're flat on both sides. They're going to get a 3D eye on them. They'll get all prettied up. I've been doing a bunch of jigs with blue eyes lately. I'll be finally switching over to jigs with red eyes tomorrow. We'll be tying up the gold mine. That'll go back in the melting pot. And then we repeat the process. Okay, I'm going to keep our table clean here. I'm not pouring this side over here because it does have a bait keeper, and I have plenty of those already. However, I may pour some tonight with a 1/16 ounce for the bait keeper. Okay, let's get some more hooks out. Let's do some jingle, jingle, jingle. The reason I do this is because it loosens up the hooks, and I don't want to sit there trying to wiggle these hooks out when I'm pouring the lead. Okay, let's pour these up. They've already set up, they're ready to take out. That's what they look like when they come out. Tomorrow morning I'll probably start out by painting a bunch of the jig heads first. I've been painting up about 2, 3, 4 racks a day. Again, I do appreciate everybody in here. We got 565 people and 89 likes, guys. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for telling me good job. Appreciate that. Who makes that mold? I can't say this one on here. Yeah, that's one of the trade secrets. I don't give out all the molds. I'll tell people about do-it molds because Tackle Bandit sells them. But on this mold, I don't give out because we get people that are competitors, and we actually got 5 tackle stores last week because they like my jig heads and nobody else has them down there like that. Yeah, I get asked that all the time, and I hope I'm not sounding mean or anything like that. Yeah, it's my moneymaker. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's one of the things that helped us get into these stores was our heads that we put on here. And they're like, we don't have anything like that here in Florida. Some of the guys know in the channel what mold I'm using. And usually if you're a friend long enough, you know, a lot of times I'll tell people. And they do make these, if you guys go to Google and search Palehead mold, you'll find it. These molds here that I'm using, they were custom at one time. They were custom molds at one point. I do appreciate you guys coming in. Make sure to tap up the likes. Well, we got 458 people in here. Sometimes we get up to 1,000. Oh, really? The video doesn't do it justice. Yeah, oh, thank you. Yep. We do have really pretty lures. We're getting ready to put out I'm going to be tying up this upcoming week. We'll be tying some new jigs. New jigs are always exciting to do. We'll be doing a bunch of new colors next week. I got some more chenille coming in from Wapsie. We got some different kind of flashing coming in, some flashaboo. There's a good chance we may pick up another couple stores down in Florida. We may pick one up in Indiana too. What am I doing? That's not what I need. Appreciate you guys coming in. Welcome in, guys. Appreciate all you guys. I was hoping we could get up to 17,000 subscribers this evening. I don't know if we'll reach it. We're only like about 150 away from there. There's a good chance we may reach 17K tonight. How's everybody doing tonight? My wife tonight was making a pasta casserole. I'll eat it later on. Yep. How's the big order going? It's going good. I think we got like 4 colors done. Tomorrow, hopefully, we'll have 6 colors down. It's just a huge order. We got over 2,000 jigs on this order. And I'm trying to keep away from my inventory that I do have, because we're going to probably get one of the local tackle stores putting in an order this week. And I'm trying to stay away from it too, because once I get done with this big order, all the other orders are about half the size or smaller. It's just this big order. It's a lot of jigs. It's over 2,000 jigs. Yeah, they gave me basically about 3 to 4 weeks to get these orders done, so I'm doing good. Our website's a little bit slow, and that's okay. That's okay. We do have a promo going on where every 3 packs of jigs you guys buy, we're going to throw in a surprise 4th pack. And then we still have the mystery jig boxes on sale too. But I'm doing a-okay. Oh, I can't read all those long comments. That I've been making homemade lures and selling them to my buddies, and I've been made around 20 bucks from them so far. Oh, that's good. We're making weighted jigs, right? Yep, these are weighted jigs. I'm making homemade jigs too. Yep. Oh, don't go do it saying that. No. These used to be homemade. They're in a shop now. I guess if you own a shop, they're not homemade anymore, are they? We have been blessed. We've been really blessed to be able to own a shop building and be able to put out what we put out. We put out a lot of lures every year. Well, welcome in, guys. I appreciate all the new people coming in. If you just subscribed, let me know that you subscribed. Go sub. Type in the word sub if you just subscribed. And if you do, I'll try to thank you, and our mods will try to thank you too. Oh my goodness, that one's going to be awful. Yeah, they're going to have some ugly jigs here. I forgot, I didn't close it all the way. Yep, look at that. I have to remelt that one. That's no good. That one came out okay. And then I got to find out why didn't my mold close all the way. There's some cruddy stuff in here. Yeah, there's. I could clean that one, but I don't want to clean it. Thank you guys. Thank you so much, guys, for subbing. Thank you there, Mago. Thank you guys so much. Thank you there. Appreciate all you guys for subbing. Yep, type in the word sub if you did subscribe, and we'll try to thank you. We are out of Northeast Oklahoma, by the way. We are a small family business. Just mom and pop, my wife and I do most of the stuff here. Look at that. It won't close. Why won't it close? Something's going on here. There we go. We got it that time. We're getting there with this. We got this, what, about halfway full? It was almost empty. Again, I do appreciate you guys coming in. Thank you guys for subbing. Appreciate all the likes too. We're at 126 on the likes, guys. 126. I don't know if we'll break a record tonight, but our record's like 605, I believe. If you're just coming in for the first time, I'm making fishing lure heads. I specialize with hand-tied lures. I've been doing it for almost 15 years. And they're kind of like that, except with eyes. These here are 1/8 ounce and a #1 mustad sickle hook. The current order I'm working on right now is for Roland Martin's Marine and Tackle off of right on Okeechobee Lake. We are going to have Lake Placid. We're also going to have Lake Fort, Quick Stop, Gerard's, and I can't remember the other ones we have. Ronnie knows some of the stores that we're picking up. I need to start memorizing all the stores. Hey there, Celeste. How you doing? Oh, I need to get me a drink here. But yeah, we have about 60 to 70 colors of lures. We're getting ready to add another. We've already added one color to the website, which is the Green Goblin. We'll be adding the Boca Vista here in the next week or two. And then we have a couple of other jigs that I'm going to be making for a lot of these Florida stores, but we're also going to carry them on our website too. With me saying that, we're also going to be getting rid of some of the colors that we have currently. And I'm going to do that because we got to make room on the wall. One of our walls has, I don't know, 22, 24 colors at least of jigs. And we do keep in stock the 1/32, the 16th, and the 1/8 ounce. If you do order a 1/4 ounce, 64th, or 1/24th or 1/80th ounce, I do make those by the order. We do run a pretty clean channel here. So I really recommend no cursing in here, no bad words, no potty mouths. If you guys can withstand that, we'll be cool. Okay, we're going to go ahead and clean out this lead pot here. Okay, we're going to take you guys out of here for a second. Watch out here. I'm holding you guys. I'm holding you like a baby right now. There we go. Let's flip it around. Let's clean out some of the lead boogers in here. I got to make sure this phone doesn't slip. We don't need the phone in the pot. Uh-oh, did you see that? Let's get the other one here. Oop, oop, there it goes. There it goes. Oh, she's under. She's under. And this is the spot that I pour lead. I got a lot of just junk here. I'll show off my shop here a little bit. These are my hooks here. Those are my small hooks there. These are my medium hooks. My #1s and my #2s, and then my #3s down there. And then we have molds everywhere. We got molds everywhere. Got a ton of molds there. more molds there. More molds down there on the bottom. And then same thing here. And then I got my molds over there. And then we have some molds down here. And then we have a lot of molds like that in the loft. And then on the other side of the shop too, I got about 200-300 molds. You could say I have a pretty moldy shop here. Pretty moldy. Oh my goodness, we had a lot of people leave, didn't we? What is with that? Anyway, that's what I do. I make fishing lures, everybody. If you guys can, make sure to subscribe. This is me breaking them off. I let them cool off here a little bit because they're easy to break off when they're cooler. I appreciate everybody coming in. Thank you for the likes. We're sitting at 147 on the likes, guys. 147 on the likes. Hello. Welcome in here, Raphael. Hope everybody's doing good. These here are lure heads, 1/8 ounce, number 1 hook. Let's see here. Yep. Okay, I'm going to switch up the chat filter. Because sometimes my chat will freeze up on me. That's what it does to me sometimes. Did you check? Oh, I sure didn't. Golly. Yep. Yeah, I sure didn't. I meant to do it, and I just totally... I got distracted. My wife had come back in here. I was talking to the mechanic that was here. We got a mechanic that came by. I do apologize. I'll try to check. Yeah, I just get so inundated with messages, and it's just it's tough on me sometimes. I was talking to one of my friends here the other day, and he has, like, I don't know, about 500,000 followers. He has a lot more than I do, and he gets about 200 to 300 messages a day. And Like, I'm not there yet, but I get a bunch. Yeah, try to remind me before I get off the live stream, because I forget. I forget all the time. Hey there, Preston. Watch on the weekends. Yep. Will do. Thank you. Thanks for your patience on it, because sometimes I don't get to back to people's messages. Man, it took me like 8 to 10 hours just to see Victoria's sourdough. And her doggy. She put up some pictures of her pups. They are, aren't they? Yeah, they're going to be some big old dogs when they get old. Yeah, my stepdad, I call him Dad, and his name's Elias. And my sister Shirley got him a Pyrenees, and it's a big old white dog. And they're good shepherding dogs. They're good dogs for farms and ranches. They're good for animals. But my dad doesn't. He doesn't leave them outside with the animals. He babies them. He's a big old dog too. We got 378 in the house, guys. Thanks for dropping in. I'm sorry I'm not answering everybody's questions and stuff. Afterpay, yes, this is my Afterpay guy there, guys. Yep, yeah, we do have Afterpay. You can make a big purchase on our site, and you can use Afterpay to split your payments up. Richard, I appreciate you, man. You're always, if I didn't have you as a friend, I'd probably mention Afterpay maybe once or twice a year. Yeah, if you guys don't know, Remington and Panfish, they transplanted themselves from the other app to here. They've been my mods for a bunch of years. I am looking forward to the one day that we get to meet, whether here on Earth or in the afterlife. More so, I wish we could meet here. Who knows? Maybe with all these new tackle stores, I'll get to travel more. We just got to get all these installs, get the first time installs in. That way we can be able to fill them up at a faster rate. I've been blessed with a really good salesperson. He's out of Florida, and he's been getting me in a lot of these stores. Right now, I think we have 5 or 6 stores, and we may get another 2 or 3 here pretty soon. Oh, well, thank you. Ruben, major question. Will this lure catch a bass for fall bass fishing? Yes, it does. Yeah, I've caught a lot of largemouth bass. These things will catch smallmouth bass. I use these for catching white bass, or they call them here where I live at sand bass. And they'll also catch hybrid bass too. If you don't know what a hybrid bass out there, everybody, it's basically a cross between a white bass and a striper, and they get pretty big. The smaller lures will catch like the shell cracker perch. They'll catch a lot of fish. I make one of the most versatile lures out there. You can catch a lot of different kinds of fish with our lures. Even saltwater fish too. Alejandro, welcome in, buddy. Hopefully order some. Yep, right now, till the end of the month, we do have a special going on. You don't need a coupon code or anything. For every 3 packs you buy, we're going to throw in a 4th mystery pack in there for you. So it gives people an opportunity to try some new colors that they wouldn't buy. At the same time, it's our way of saying thank you. Me and Stephanie, we do appreciate all the business that we do get. And again, you know, if you buy three packs of lures, you get 1 free pack. You get 9 packs of lures, you get 3 free packs. So it's our little way of saying thank you to everybody. We will bring that back here soon. You know, so if you do miss out on that sale this month, we'll have it here pretty soon. We only have a couple of days left in this month. One of the other sales that we're going to be ending at the end of this month are the mystery jig boxes. They do have a large variety of lures in there, a lot of colors, and all you got to do when you go to our website, just type in the word mystery, and you'll see all the boxes that we have there. We also have some good variety boxes too at a pretty good rate. Right now you can save anywhere from 20 to 40 bucks on a box right now. They do come with a Spro box or a Gamakatsu box. If you don't know what a Spro box is, it's made by Gamakatsu. It's just a different color, and it's just a little bit different. A good way to advertise our lures is keep the packages that our lures come in and save those cards. Keep one maybe in your wallet or your purse or whatever. I don't know if you dudes carry purses, but I know some of the ladies do. And but keep one in your purse or in your wallet, and give that card out. If some of you guys out there, I don't know who's in here right now, but we may have somebody that owns a tackle store. We do put barcodes on the backs of our packages too. We don't put them on all the packages that go out with just a regular website order, but if you do own a tackle store and you do run barcodes, we can put barcodes on the back of your packages. Ooh, yeah, I don't want to do that. I may put a little pokey in the finger there. I do use the pliers here to break them apart because it gets a better grip than my fingers do. We got 231 people in here, folks. 231. I do clean off these heads a little bit, make them smooth, and then we powder coat them. Oh, I'm going to stand up and stretch out here a little bit. Yep, maybe a good way to keep all the lures. See, Ruben's. Yep. Thank you there, Clan. Thank you there, Panfish. Small town. Let's see here, buddy. If I'm able to, I will buy 3 favorite variations of the jigs. Oh, well, thank you. Yep, we do have a lot of sizes too. We have a 1/80th, a 1/64th, 1/32nd, 1/24th, 1/16th, 1/8, and a 1/4 ounce. We may have a store here pretty soon that may have an interest in the 1/80th and the 64th ounce. So those lures there are great for dock fishing. They're just they're good sizes to fish with in the winter time. A lot of times in the winter time I go to a smaller lure. The Patriot's your favorite? Oh yeah. We're getting ready to change. There's a good chance we're going to change the Patriot here in the next month or two. But yeah, the Patriot's a good color there. Well, the only thing we're going to do is just change the body style a little bit. We may put that pearl chenille. Some people call it a cactus chenille. And I may put that on there because I'm going to be able to get that more consistently. We got a company that's been making me custom colors of that pearl, and we may go with that light blue, or we may actually go with a darker blue. Who knows? But it's that same material that's on the Green Goblin. It's that same type of fabric. One of the other colors we may end up changing a little bit is the Assassin too. Just something to change it up a little bit. Sometimes people like new. Well, we're getting ready to go new quite a bit, guys. Crappy Man says hello. Will you tell him I said hey. Tell him I said hey. I don't know if he's in here. He may not even be in here. I don't know if he's going live yet or not. But I appreciate his friendship. He's a pretty good guy. He's one of the few guys that actually ties jigs on a live stream that I can watch, because he has his own audience. He has a really good audience that's faithful to him, and I go on his channel. I just watch and just get entertained, and he's a pretty good guy. A lot of times when he gets gifts, he'll get up and do a dance. And he does buy a lot of our product. He gets a lot of our material, and he doesn't get starstruck when I go on his channel, because we get people that I'll go on their channel sometimes and they'll spend 5-10 minutes talking about me in a good way, and he doesn't get that way. He does give me shout outs for the product and stuff, because he does buy a lot of chenille and thread and stuff like that from us. Yep, same here. PA stocked. Hey there, Kansas. How are you doing there? Is that Kansas, or let me see? Is that Kennan? Kenzen. Oh golly, there you go. Hello, Rafael, hello. I can't hardly see uh, the 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 chats that well. I gotta run. Thank you. Okay, I'll try to look tonight. Tonight I will look at my Discord because I do miss. Oh, look at that! Somebody gave me a bonus hook. Look at that. Look at that there, guys. Somebody gave me a bonus hook that I can't use. Sometimes I'll find a treble hook in here. Sometimes I'll find some of these unusual hooks, like that one there. Yep. Ruben, you should make a channel in the Discord for showing off. We do have a channel on our Discord where people can show off their lures. And if you are a lure maker, I don't mind you going in there showing off pictures of your lures that you're making. But I just don't want a lot of advertising where that's the thing I worry about sometimes. But if you want to show off a lure there, you guys are welcome to put your pictures of lures in there. I just don't want to see 50 to 200 pictures in like one day going in there. I did have a Facebook page where I was letting people do that, and there were guys that were putting in 15 to 50 pictures a day in there. And we ended up discontinuing that Facebook page. We still have our regular page, which is Ruben Flores Jigs. Yeah, you can show off stuff. I don't mind if you show off stuff. I mean, yeah, Victoria and some other people have shown off their lures on our Discord. I don't mind that. And if you do make and sell lures, I don't mind if you put a picture or two in there. I know well enough, you know, in my 14 years of making lures, that I'm not going to get everybody as a customer. You know, there's enough customers to go around. I've been able, and I say this with all humility, I've been able to help companies start out doing what they do, whether it be plastics or hand-tied lures, and I'm not super jealous or anything. Some of these companies get a little bit bigger than I do, but you know, the thing that gets me is when you teach someone to tie jigs, and then they go off calling your customers and saying, "Oh, Ruben doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't even use glue on his hand-tied lures. You need to buy my lures." You know, stuff like that. That's the part that aggravates me. But it doesn't aggravate, you know, I guess it does aggravate me still a little bit, but, you know, that's what people do. That's what I talk about when people build on another man's foundation. They build their business off somebody else. When I started to make lures years ago, I had nobody to teach me, and there was nobody going live on YouTube or anything when I started. And a lot of my tying was just based off of trial and error. And a lot of the videos that were on YouTube, I think I learned how to not make a lure more so than learning how to make a lure. And I'm not saying that to be mean or anything, but sometimes, and even off me, sometimes you'll find out that I may do something, and you may have a better way of doing something, or you may do something different that works better for you, you know. There's one guy here in Oklahoma. The guy didn't know how to tie any lures, and again, I say this without any, you know, big pride or anything. And the fact was, he could not tie jigs. He did okay. He tried to sell jigs for a couple years, but all he does now are just jig heads, and he does a really good job at that. And he paints them, and he sells them to other jig makers and stuff. And I don't even think he ties hardly anymore. But yeah, you know, There are a bunch of good guys out there. A bunch of bad guys too, but there's a lot more good guys than there are bad guys. Let's see. Yep, 195 likes. Can we get it up to 200? I know a guy who lives in my town who sells homemade buzz baits. Yep. Spinner baits. Yep. Yeah, every town for the most part has somebody that makes baits. And in my town, I knew there was one guy that made baits. And his name was his name is still Fay Riley. He's just not living anymore. He was in his 70s. I used to buy my jig heads from him. And super nice guy. He was about 4 foot tall. He's a war veteran, and been making hand ties since the 1960s. That's how long he'd been a lure maker. And nice guy. A lot of the people didn't really like him, but I don't know, for some reason I don't have a single bad thing to say about him. You know, super nice guy. I would buy my jig heads from him. My only issue was he was already like in his mid to late 70s when I started buying jigs from him, and I thought, man, I'm going to go knocking on his door, and he's not going to answer one day. And I thought, man, I better learn how to pour my heads. So probably about a month or so after I started buying jig heads from him, I went out and bought my own pot and started melting my own lead. And we were always been friends. There were times that I'd run out of chenille, and he only lived like 15 minutes from me. And he would go, "Hey, Ruben, and he knew I had a Wapsi account, and he had a Wapsi account, so I knew the colors of chenille that I had were the same ones he had. So if he was out of something, I'd give him a skein of like green chenille, and he would pay it back whenever he got his order in. Or if I ran out of like rainbow tinsel chenille, he would give me a whole skein of it, and then I would repay him the favor. I miss him. He was a really nice guy. He got to come to the shop a few times after we got the building, and he was really impressed and really happy. He didn't really teach me much about tying jigs. He didn't teach me, in fact, he didn't teach me anything about tying them. But he every time he'd come by, he'd always say, "Well, I guess the students surpassed the teacher." And I'd always tell him, "What teacher? You didn't teach me anything." And he'd tell me this. He goes, "I taught you how to be a good person." I'm like, "Yeah." Yeah, he was a good guy. I miss him a bunch. He actually gave me a few molds here and there before he passed away. Featherhead. Yep, Featherhead got him. He won him some material. He'll be getting some material sometime next week. So tonight we did a drawing for the gifters. Jerry won that one. We did a drawing for the Ultimate Jig Nation members, which that's, they pay $20 a month for their membership. And Alvy won a Flowcast shirt, and then Featherhead, I think he's part of the Jig Nation, which is like $5.99 a month, and the only people in that they're all lure makers. Like Ernie's one, I think Stardusted is one. I'm not sure if he's in that group, but everybody in that membership they make their own lures. So I thought, hey, we're going to give them some material and stuff. And Featherhead won this month. So next week we're going to do the gifter drawing, and then we're probably going to do the whole the Flowbro membership. And then that'll include people that were gifted memberships and people that that pay for that membership too. But everybody in the Jig Nation and Ultimate Jig Nation, they'll be part of that drawing too. That's part of their thing. So I do appreciate all the gifts and everybody. Appreciate all the memberships you guys either buy for yourselves or for other people. And that does support our channel, and that supports me and Stephanie there, guys. Appreciate everybody in here, guys. We have 350 awesome people in here, guys. I am pouring 1/8 ounce pill heads. This is actually the third time this week that I'm going to be filling up a cup of 1/8 ounce. We poured some on Sunday. We poured some a couple of days ago, and here we are again pouring the 1/8 ounce. So this is one of the reasons I don't sell the pill heads with eyes, because I can't keep up with them. I can't even keep up for what I need. Oh, who is that there? Oh yeah, hey, we do a drawing every Friday at 5:30 p.m. That's Central Time. There's been a couple of times I've had to change that, but if you're part of our Discord, I usually let everybody in our Discord know if I have to change the time or the dates of the giveaways. But usually it's 5:30 on Friday evenings, and that's Central Time Zone. We had a lot of people at certain points of the giveaway. We had over 300 people watching at one point. And if you do live out of the country and you do win, all I ask is that you pay for your own shipping, because shipping sometimes out of the country could be 20 to 40 bucks, even if you're just shipping a few jigs. We learned that the hard way about a month or two ago. Yep, can we make it up to 400? I don't know if we will. We got 400 people in here, guys. Look at that. We got back to 349. Uh-oh, that's not closing. There we go, nice and tight. These here again are 1/8 ounce lures, 1/8 ounce. Okay, let's do something here real fast. I need to stand up and I need to stretch. My back is killing me. Oh, did you hear that pop? Welcome in, everybody. Thank you guys for dropping in here. Can we get that part in there? Yep, we can. Okay, here we go. Sometimes they need a little stretchy. Oh, well, thank you there. I appreciate that. Is that Falaka? Thank you for coming in. I'm probably messing up your name. I do apologize, though. Yeah, my name is Ruben Flores. Again, I'm out of Oklahoma. We do have a website. We might have a link. I don't know if we got the link up there, but we do have a website, guys. We got a link in the bio. And I bet John or somebody, I bet they put the website up, and I didn't even pin up the link. But we do have a website, RubenFloresJigs.com. There we go. Let me do that here real fast. Who did that? Auntie? Yeah, we'll just do that right there. There we go. You guys can Google search that. And that is our website right there, guys. Thank you so much, Auntie. What time is it over there, buddy? Appreciate everybody in here. Ah, 3:40 a.m. Oh my goodness. What are you doing up? Oh yeah, you work at night, don't you? I forgot all about that. You work at night. I was gonna say, what are you doing up this late? I used to work nights years ago at Walmart. Well, I worked whenever they wanted me, but I was one of the managers there, and a lot of times I'd have to work overnight. I donate. No, thank you. That's okay. You're good. You're good. No, you don't have to donate. Nobody has to donate. Wherever you are, whoever you are, what time is it where you guys are at? You don't have to put down where you're at. Just what's the time of day where you guys are at? Because over here it is about 8, no, 7:40. It's 7:40 in the evening here. Uh, 8:41 p.m. 7:41 Arkansas. Thank you so much, Killjoy. Thank you for coming in. Let's see. We got 7:41, 8:42 Indiana. We got 8:42. We got 8:41 Frank. Dottage, thank you so much for coming in. Oh, you must. Are you? Is it in the evening where you? Oh, the Philippines. Oh, it's probably what 8:42 in the morning. Preston. Let's see. Yep, I appreciate all you guys coming in, man. You guys, it is all times of the daytime if you're watching me here. We get people from all over the world here on our channel. And I appreciate all you guys. I wish I could speak every language there was, but I sure can't do that. I wish they had translation here. On the other app that I used to go live on all the time, I would tap on somebody's comment and it would translate it, but here on YouTube they don't do that. I wish they could do that, but they don't. 10:15 where you are at. 12:42 p.m. Oh wow. New Zealand, okay. Oh, you're in New Zealand? We got a lady that pops in here. Usually every day. Yeah, Lou is from New Zealand. 8:42. Yep. Patrick, 8:43. Yep. I appreciate you guys. Oh, it's storming out there. Oh my goodness. Stuck in my Jeep watching this. Oh. Again, I appreciate everybody in here, guys. I thank you guys a bunch. I'm in Oklahoma, northeast Oklahoma, a little town called Claremore. If you know where Texas is, we're right above Texas. If you know where Tulsa is, Tulsa, Oklahoma, we're right above Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yep. Best place to be is stuck in a Jeep. Yeah. I'm making lure heads. These are for fishing. These are for fishing. These that I'm making here uh, will have eyes on them. And they'll be kind of like this one here, but they'll have eyes on them. Yeah, I make fishing lures for a living. So right now I'm breaking off the sprue. And I'm pouring lead. That's what I'm doing. These are lure heads. I'm working on a big order, and all of these heads will probably get painted up here pretty soon. And I'm pretty much the only one that does this. My wife would probably be out here helping, but she has a lot of homework and stuff she does. She's taken some classes, and hopefully she'll get this position at the school here one day. But she's awesome. She's probably tired too because she's been working all day at the school. Uh-oh. I almost got poked again. I gotta watch out. We don't need to get poked tonight. Here's what I'm doing close up. Just twisting it off. You know what this reminds me of? They got that they still have those candies out there, I guess. But they used to have these candies, and they probably still have them out there, that are in these like wax containers, and you twist off the top of it and you drink the little soda bottles or whatever they are, and that little container is made out of wax, and you could we used to chew that wax up. I imagine they still have those candies out there. I don't know if that was good or not to do that. Anybody remember those candies from way back? From PA, South Texas. Oh, 33 hours. That's a long drive there. I love those things. Yeah. Yeah, they have them in different shapes and stuff like that. Uh, yeah. You need to watch out when you're saying that there, Muddy. Oh my goodness. Yep, you better watch out when you say that. Oh, golly, thank you. Oh my goodness, thank you there, 315. Thank you there for that lovely gift right there. Appreciate that. Was that a gift? Oh, that was a gift. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Oh yeah, these jigs here are awesome. They're uh, they do catch fish though. I used to when I first started crappie fishing. I did all kinds of stuff. I used hand-tied lures. Thank you so much for the gifts. I appreciate that. And I would fish with plastics, hand-tied lures, and then I would also fish with minnows. But I always got tired of fishing with minnows because sometimes if they were biting really good, you would burn through those minnows, and it was just hard to go back to the store to get more minnows when you're at the lake. Or they would not bite, the minnows, and you're stuck with all these leftover minnows, and then you end up having to throw away. That's the part I don't like there. So I love fishing with lures. I haven't fished with minnows in years. I haven't fished with plastics in a long time too. I did get some plastics from Crappie Man Jigs, and he had sent me some, and because I do make also jig heads with bait keepers, I'm going to use them sometime and promote his plastics too. Oh my goodness, thank you for the gifts. I appreciate all the gifts, guys. Let's see, we got Jesse. Is that Giselle or Jesse? Jesse, thank you for so much. Yep. Oh my goodness, thank you for the heart. I love those hearts there, guys. Thank you so much. You guys are just blowing me away tonight. Thank you for the clutch. Appreciate the clutch. Thank you for the 100 there, 315. Thank you for the... Is that a microphone or a maraca? Thank you for the heart there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You guys are just blowing me away tonight, guys. Thank you so much. If you're brand new here tonight, make sure to throw out a like and throw out a subscribe, guys. I appreciate everybody tonight. We're at 123 now on those. I appreciate the 100 times 10. Oh my goodness. Oh, another one there. 315 gamer. Appreciate you guys. Oh my, oh my. 19, 20, 30, 22, 25. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go grab something here real fast. Where did I put that? I got a box over here. I bought these on Amazon, and they came 2 to a box. So I have one on my fly tying desk. I got one over here now too. Thank you so much for all the hundreds. Oh my. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Man, are you guys related, you Muddy and 315? You guys are throwing out the goodies tonight. Making jigs. I'm making lures, guys. I appreciate you. Let him send more. Oh, well, good. Well, thank you. Yeah, if you guys want me to subscribe back to you, go to one of my videos, leave a comment there, and say I subbed you or something, and I'll try to pick you guys up. In fact, I'll try to pick everybody up that leaves a comment tonight on one of my videos. Oh, thank you there. Appreciate that there. 315 there, 315 gamer. Appreciate you guys. Oh my goodness. Appreciate that there. All right, buddy. Let's do this. Oh my. Oh my goodness. That you guys are going to be donating to my burrito fund. My cheeseburger fund. Stuff out of there. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Hey there, Paul. I'm making fishing lures. These are lure heads, jig heads that I'm making. Just we pay money to send. Yep, those are gifts that they say they pay money to send. And the little hearts on the right hand side that are going up, those are free, guys. You guys are free to throw out all the hearts you want. Those are all free tonight, the little hearts. But the gifts they're throwing up there, those do cost money there. Oh, thank you so much, Muddy. Appreciate the gifties there, Muddy. You guys are going to think I'm Salamanca from Breaking Bad. You guys ever watch Breaking Bad? And you got Mr. Salamanca on his bell. Thank you there for the 100s. Just being sure what they meant. Yep, those are gifts there, guys. Those are good things going up there, guys. Yeah, sometimes some of the people have never seen those go up. We're at 478 on those gifts up there, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate everybody in here, guys. Make sure to order some jigs as well. Live right in the lake. Oh, good. You have a good night. Got to work for at 4 a.m. I appreciate you there, Muddy. Thank you so much. Hey there, Jerry. Yeah, you guys throw some W's up there for 315 and Muddy, guys. Throw some W's up there for them. They do help out the live stream quite a bit, guys. They do help out the algorithm. No, because those are penny gifts, and the penny gifts, again, you know, if you guys don't know and you're new in the channel, we do giveaways, and every $5 gift that we get in puts you in for a giveaway on Friday nights. And the penny gifts are great. The penny gifts are good. But yeah, those are penny gifts, and I love them. They're good. But yeah, every $5 increment that a person donates, with like a super chat or something like that, those will give you a spot on the wheel. Yeah, and we gave away we did three drawings today. On the gifter drawing, Jerry Evans won a bunch of jigs. And then on the Jig Nation drawing, which we only have like 5 or 6 people in that membership, Jeremy, which is Featherhead Jigs, is getting some material. And then on the Ultimate Jig Nation, that's the $19.99 membership there. That's $19.99 per month. They pay Alvy Neely, which is Keeping It Alvy. He won tonight, so he'll be getting a Flowcast T-shirt tonight, or probably Monday. Yep. Hey there, Michael. I'm making fishing lures. These are the heads. And these are going to get eyes on them. Probably this weekend they'll probably get eyes on them. But these will get cleaned up a little bit. They'll get powder coated. And then they'll get some eyes on them. And then they'll get a body and a tail sometime on them. So these are 1/8 ounce with the #1 hook. And these will get made into something that kind of looks like these. Oh, but they'll have eyes on them. These don't have eyes. Those are just round heads. So you can use these to catch bass, perch, trout, crappie, all kinds of panfish. Hey there, Tim. Yep, thank you guys. Thank you, Muddy, and thank you 315 for tonight and throwing out some gifts out there. Appreciate all you guys. What do I use that mold for? I put the hooks in there and I pour lead in it. These are lead heads here. These are for fishing lures. Let's see. Always the penny gifts. Yeah, it is a new thing on YouTube. Yep, they're kind of like the roses and stuff like on TikTok. They're like the roses over there. We do keep more of it over here. I do go live every so often on TikTok, and I used to go live when I would pour lead on TikTok. We would get 5,000 to 10,000 people watching me pour lead. But in the last year, they just quit pushing my live feeds out there. And you know, I didn't make a lot of money on gifts over there, but you know, just the other day, somebody threw out a bunch of gifts on TikTok because I was doing a TikTok and YouTube at the same time, and somebody threw out a lot of gifts, and they threw out a good, I don't know, $7, $8, $9 worth of gifts, and all I was able to keep was like $1.38. That's all. TikTok took so much of it. I'm so glad I'm over here on YouTube. YouTube only takes 30%. So if you throw out $1 in gifts, I get to keep 70 cents of it. I do make a little money on the videos. Not a whole lot, but I do make some money on the videos that I put up there. I'm hoping that I can build up our library of videos to where I can make some decent money doing that. Yep, welcome into the room. Two-tap fishing, welcome in. I know that, but what type of fishing lure? Like a minnow? These will look, you know, these could look anything like an insect, depending on the size and the color. Or they'll look like a bait fish, you know. So we got all kinds of colors on our website. These here have a spinner blade on them. These are a 1/16 ounce with a spinner blade. That's our Mad Shad lure right there. So we got all kinds of colors on our website. We got 7 different sizes of lures. What was that about eBay? eBay is close to that. Beautiful Mad Shad. Yep, we got the Mad Shad. That's one of our top 5 lures right there, guys. Our number 1 lure is the Shiner. We used to sell our products on eBay and Etsy, and we just didn't get any big buy from eBay or Etsy. In fact, eBay just started getting a lot. When I started putting lures on eBay, there were already people putting lures from other countries, and I was like, no way I can compete with that. They're putting these really sorry cheap lures out there, and I just couldn't. I didn't want to make that kind of, you know, I wanted to actually make money, make a living doing what I'm doing. What is going on here? Why is it not closing all the way? Looks like it's closed. Let's try it again. These here again are 1/8 ounce, 1/8 ounce. So we did do it. We did take an order, or we took a bunch of orders. One of the orders that I'm working on right now, it has over 2,000 jigs on it. So I got to tie that many jigs for this order. Welcome in, guys. Appreciate all you guys. That's what they look like when they come out of the mold. That's what they look like when they come out of the mold. We got 247 likes, guys. I appreciate all the likes coming in. These here again are 1/8 ounce lures. These again are going to get eyes on them. They'll get powder coated. And they'll get eyes on them. As I always say, I will put eyes on them, and then you will put eyes on them, and then the crappie will put their eyes on them. I will be doing some live streaming tomorrow too. Be here on YouTube tomorrow. So if you do subscribe, make sure you set your notification button up. And we do have a Discord too. If you can, make sure to join our Discord if you can. It's a good way to stay in communication with us in here. Unless you're Water Fox, I keep missing his messages on Discord. Let me go grab me another drink, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, let me get this turned up over here. I'm still here. Okay. What else can I use as a substitute mold? No, the CNCs are not cheap. And some of the molds I have range anywhere from like $120 to like $350. And then some of the other molds are, some of them are about $70, I guess. They're about $70. They are not cheap anymore. The prices went up since COVID came around. Oh, he's up. He's probably over in Brian's live. I don't know if Brian's live right now. He'll come on my live during the daytime a lot of times. These again are 1/8 ounce, 1/8 ounce. Now I'm working on another bowl because I know we're going to go through these all next week. These again are 1/8 ounce pill heads. Turner's live? Yeah, he's probably live. Yeah, I think he is live because somebody said he said hi. Yeah, if you want, go in there, tell him I said hi. We ought to do a live stream together one day. I don't know if he does that kind of stuff, but it'd just be good to maybe do one. Welcome in, Patricio. Fried Sorrow, welcome in. As of now, I'm using plaster Paris as, oh really? 15G. Oh, well, that's cool. You can do, yeah. When I first started making lures, before I had before I had all these molds, my very first mold was a 1/80th ounce. And I thought, man, it'd be nice for me to make my own mold. But I knew nothing about CNC, and I didn't know anybody that did that kind of stuff. And so I used that, it's that clay that hardens up, that polymer clay. And I was making molds using that. It worked okay for a little bit, but they'd end up burning up. But yeah, I can see that plaster Paris working. Poured in years, but oh well, good. That's good. You're gonna get back into it. Yeah, I've been doing this for, it'll be 15 years in November. I've been making lures. It's been fun. I never thought it would turn into a full-time thing, but shortly after I started making my own lures, I started getting friends and people at the fishing dock that started wanting certain colors because they, I was new to making them. At that time, I think I was charging like 25 or 30 cents a lure. And I was making the little bitty ones. I was making 1/80th ounce. And then after a couple of years, we got to the point where I just had so many customers. And I wasn't charging no 25 or 30 cents after 2 years, but we just had so many customers that it just made sense for me to go full-time into doing it. But I love doing it. I look forward to coming into work. I mean, I've been in the shop today since 6 o'clock this morning, and it's just not. I mean, I'm eventually going to get tired tonight, but it's not a hassle or anything. I am working on a big order. We have one of the tackle stores that I'm working on right now exactly is the Roland Martin Marine and Tackle. down in Florida, and their orders like over 2,000 jigs. So I'm having to make and tie all those up. That's why I'm pouring so many heads right now. Normally a full bowl will last me like maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks if that, but that's my third bowl I've made this week. We've been going through them like crazy. Let's see. Yep, 2,000 jigs. Yep. Who won? Oh, tonight, Victoria. In the gifter drawing, Jerry won. Jerry Evans won. And then we did a membership drawing for with the Jig Nation, and Featherhead won. Featherhead Jigs, Jeremy. And then we did another drawing for the Ultimate Jig Nation, and Albie won a t-shirt. Albie won a shirt tonight. And now next week we're going to do one for the Flow Bro membership, and we'll do a gifter drawing next week. So if you're still a member next Friday, and I think you're a Flow Bro member. I think Stardust is one too, and you guys will be eligible for that drawing. But we only did, I think, like $28 in gifts this last week. We didn't get a lot of gifts. But we needed to do one for the people that are members, especially the $20 member people. And I think we got like 8 people that are in that category of the $19.99 a month. Albie's won that a couple of times. I think Dalton won last month. And we do a big drawing just for them every month. We're going to give away a rod here in the next couple of months for the Ultimate Jig Nation memberships. I'd like to give away a rod. We just don't get that many gift memberships or gifts coming in. Let's see. 10 days left, so I should be fine. Yep. Welcome in, Romelio. Buenas noches. Let's get some more hooks out. And we're going through some hooks. This was a brand new box the other day. We're going through a bunch of hooks. Are you on your iPad? Yep. Well, welcome back, Panfish and Victoria. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Enraged? Oh my goodness. Welcome in, Enraged. Please don't display your rage in our channel. That's a pretty cool name. Thank you guys for coming in. We got 249 in the house. How many likes do we have up? We got 271 likes. I don't think we're going to get our 600 tonight. No, I don't think we're going to get our 600. Again, this is what they look like when they come out. I don't know. Maybe we could get up to 300 tonight. Maybe. That's a mighty tall task right there, guys. We're at 273. Appreciate everybody in here. Okay, I'm going to switch the chat filter again. Just because it freezes up every now and then. These are #1 must-add sickle hooks. Welcome in, everybody. Yeah, a lot of these heads are going to get painted up tomorrow. We got 172 in the chat. We got 277 likes. Thank you for the, oh my goodness, thank you for the gifties. Appreciate that, man. Thank you there. You guys throw some W's up there for Panfish King. That is Mr. Panfish King there, guys. Appreciate that. How much was that for panfish? Was that a $5 one? If it is, I'll get your name in the drawing next week. Appreciate everybody in here. Thank you, guys. Ooh, we got a leaky going on here, guys. Ooh, big week. Let's see. Yep, guys, thank you so much for the gifts. Oh, okay. 1,000 diamonds? Why does it say 978 up here then? Huh. Well, I'll put you down there for it, though. I'll put you down. Appreciate that there. Yep, make sure to subscribe, guys. How are we up to 17K subscribers? Can you check that, Victoria? Yeah, that was my goal tonight. If we could get 17K on the subscribers. We're pretty close. That'll be that we got over 1,000 subs this week. Oh, good, 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 good. We are in. Appreciate that, guys. Thank you, everybody, for subscribing. Now my goal is 18K. We need 18K, guys. I'll be here all night trying to get 18K. Those hooks compared to standard jig heads way bit. Well, thank you. Yeah, we do use some really good hooks. These are mustads. We used to use Eagle Claw. The Eagle Claws, they do bend out pretty easy, and I still have Eagle Claw hooks because sometimes we'll get people asking for them on they just want they like a thinner hook. But these are the mustads. They're a little bit stronger than the Eagle Claws. Some people will say the Eagle Claws are sharper, but the Eagle Claws are a little bit thinner. That's why they may say they're sharper. Again, I do appreciate you guys. We're at 125 in the chat, guys. 125. We're at 283 on the likes, guys. 17 more to hit 300. These again are 1/8 ounce lure heads. These will get cleaned up. They'll get powder coated. They'll get eyes, and then I'll put a head and body on them. These are not for plastics. I'm just going to fill this up, and then I'll do the break-offs probably tomorrow morning sometime. We're at 287 on the likes, guys. Only 13 more. 13 more, guys. We're at 183 on the chat. $288. We need 12 more, guys. 12 more. Come on now. We're getting there, guys. can't hit the like button. Sometimes it does that depending on what kind of device you're watching. Sometimes you have to back out of the live stream and you can hit the like from the outside. I noticed that on some people's live streams. I have to do that. We're almost there. We only need 7 more likes. Ooh, mama. You don't need that happening tonight. I'm going to grab me a drink here real fast. Okay, we're going to empty out the pot. I am done pouring, so we're going to empty out the pot tonight. Where is that mold at? Where is that mold? Where's my ladle? That is an ingot there. Ooh, we don't need that happening. There we go. So I'm basically emptying out the pot and I'm going to leave about 25–30% in there. It's not good to empty out the pot all the way. I'm going to get ready to get off here in just a little bit. If you guys can, go in just a little bit, go over to Crappy Man Jigs. Just if you've never been there, make sure to go on his live stream. He does go live. Another person is the Flysmith. Flysmith does go live. I would say he's a little more for the mature audience. But those are some other people you guys can watch. I will be back tomorrow morning sometime. Make sure to subscribe if you guys haven't already. I do go live pretty much every day. I'm working on a bunch of big orders. Okay, let's get the cruddies out of the pot. Ooh. Oh, I forgot I got this. I forgot all about that there. I got a camera holder on the ceiling. That's what I keep bumping my head up on. Let me get that out of the way. I forgot to put that up there. I was shooting a video the other day, and I had the camera up top. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten this up, and then I'm going to flip the switch. And it's off. You guys can ask me any questions you want. I am free for questions. You go live on Monday and Wednesdays? Okay. How do I get so many viewers? You got to put something interesting. If you don't make it interesting, you're not gonna get a lot of viewers. Now, if you're new to doing live streams, that's another thing there too. Yep, you have a good night there, Richard. Yep, you got to have something interesting. You got to be engaging to the people. I see a lot of people that they make jigs, they make lures, and I'm putting these hooks up right now. And a lot of times they're not engaging with the people watching. They're not answering questions. You got to have some kind of personality too when you do live streams, because if you just sit there and you're just monotoned, and if you're not used to talking to people, because doing live streams, and that's a good question there. When you do live streams, you're in the people business, and if you're not in the people business, and you don't like dealing with people or talking, or you're real introverted, you're not going to do really good, unless you're catching sharks or huge fish like that. Saludos, Cuba. Buenas noches. Sí. Yeah, yo no hablo muy bien, but la lengua es mucho inglés. Yo sí entiendo mucho. Gracias. But yeah, it helps out to be engaging, helps out to be interesting. On my live streams, I try to keep it fun. And I know at times, you just got to do what you got to do, man, You just got to make things happy, Some people, they have a really good personality. Some people are sexy. I don't have that going for me. I wear my tightest shorts and my short shorts, and I should have hundreds and thousands of people watching me, but I don't. So I love doing what I do. I do a good job doing what I do. I've been making lures for a long time. I think what gets me is I'm really fast at what I do when I tie lures. People like watching that, Talking, any tips on shorts? I don't get any views hardly on my short videos. Not bad Spanish, yeah. I don't speak Spanish that well. I understand it really good if I'm talking to people, but I don't really speak it that good. But no, I'm really fast at what I do. We have our lures. We've shipped our lures. The only continent that we haven't shipped our lures to is Antarctica, and that's through. And that's not even including TikTok or YouTube. That's not even including, we did that years before we ever, I think our last state that we conquered, I guess, was Hawaii. And I was doing, TikTok and stuff. Antarctica, yeah, we don't have a single customer in Antarctica. We've shipped lures to Africa, all over Africa, North Africa, South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, all over Europe. We've shipped lures to Norway. We've shipped lures to Russia, Japan, China, Mexico, Brazil, Chile. We've shipped them all over the world. Canada. We've shipped lures everywhere. And part of that is that I've just been in business long enough. and I don't have a super huge Facebook following. On TikTok, we got, I don't know, 110,000 followers there, and we're starting to grow over here. I didn't start doing YouTube till really about a year ago. And when I first started doing YouTube lives, I would have that guy Panfish King, Panfish Custom Lures. It was him and Remington were my first viewers on YouTube, and then we started getting people like John C. and some of these other people like Clint and a lot of the other mods in here. We just started adding them on. They watch me every day. And and I have really good mods. It helps out to have really good mods. If you don't have good mods, then you're always having to deal with the trolls, and we have really good mods. They help me out a bunch. They watch every day, and it's just you know, it was one of my first views. Yep, yeah. John's a good. He watches a lot of live streams, and he's become a really good friend here. To me. I've talked to John over the phone and stuff like that. We got Water Fox is probably one of our latest mods that we have in here. But we had a lot of people. I thought when I started doing YouTube here a year ago, I thought that if we can just drag 20% of the people on TikTok over to YouTube to watch me, I thought we would have a big following here, which we're starting to grow. We do have a lot of people following and subscribing here, but I was totally wrong. I think we probably have, of the people that watch and follow me on TikTok, I'm lucky if we have maybe 2 or 3% of those people. A lot of people are glued onto TikTok. They love their TikTok. Sometimes I do a live stream on both channels, and that helps me too. Do I know what John does for a living? Yeah, he does. He does. He works at a hardware store, but he has a whole lot to do with planting trees and how would I say, shrubbery and stuff like that. He has a degree in. He has a lot of degrees. John's really smart. Slingshot Custom. Oh, you're Thunder Punch. Okay. You changed your name? Okay. You found me through shorts? Yep. If you put short videos out, usually the day before or the day of that you're doing a live stream, that helps you out, because when you do a live stream like this and that outdoors, just in there, if you do a live stream, they'll push out your shorts. And as people are scrolling, they'll see your video and they'll see the little red circle around it indicating that you're doing a live stream. That helps out a bunch too. It's part of my latex. Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't know that. There's Randy there. Yeah, I am up late. What time is it now? That's going to be 9 o'clock here in Oklahoma. Let me get back to my normal. Well, I'll leave these on here because I don't have to do that. My other glasses are bifocal. But yeah, that helps you out. If you want to do live streams, put videos out there. Try to put videos about every other day, every day. My long form videos and my shorts don't get me a lot of views. Now, if you go over to our YouTube channel and I do a short video there, sometimes some of my videos will have 500,000 views. But here, for some reason, I'm lucky if I get 1,000 views on one of my short videos. And it's just different over there. It used to be when I pour lead over on TikTok, we would get at least 1,000 people on the stream. And we would get 5,000, 10,000 people watching me pour lead. And then they started TikTok Shop a couple of years ago, and they wanted me to start paying to promote my videos, my live streams. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. And so now, I'm lucky if we get, at the most, we'll have 400 or 500 people watching me over there. Yeah, we got 310 likes over here. Yep. We got about maybe close to $10 in gifts tonight. Um, he's still in here. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to stay here for a little bit. We got 82 people here. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask, as long as it's not perverted or grotesque or anything like that, you know. But no, if you want to do live streams, it takes time to put work into your videos, but you have to have some kind of, and I hate saying the word gimmick. You have to have some kind of a talent. My talent is I tie lures really good, and I tie really fast. And a lot of times when I'm tying lures up, and I can do a lure like every minute and 20 seconds, I get more people watching. People like watching that. And another thing is I answer questions. I try to say hello to everybody in the live stream as much as I can. What got me into tying? I fell down. I got into it by accident. I was at work. I was a safety coordinator at my job. I was also a inspector and a person that would help figure calculations for getting people new refrigerators, ovens, air conditioners, insulation, to try to help out their energy efficiency for people that were disabled and people that were elderly. And my boss had told me to stand up on this chair. We're talking like a chair that was really high, about probably 3 foot. It's kind of like a high chair, I guess. And we had these really tall doors, and she wanted me to pull this extension cord around a door frame. And so I'm doing that, and as I was doing that, somebody opened up the door on me, and my left arm, this is my left arm here, my left arm got caught between the door and the ceiling, and it dislocated my arm and tore my rotator cuff. And then I fell down on my right shoulder, and I tore that rotator cuff. Oh, thank you there, Fishy Things. I appreciate that. You guys make sure to follow Fishy Things. Just type up under your search Fishy Things, and he does a show on Sunday nights. So I had to get, I've had 3 shoulder surgeries on my right side. I've had 2 on my left side. And as I was healing and going through therapy, I couldn't go back to work. I started crappie fishing for the first time. And as I started doing that, I noticed these old guys at the fishing dock were catching a lot more fish than I was. And they were using these little bitty tiny 1/80th ounce jigs. And they were catching a lot of crappie. And so I couldn't find any at the stores. And I'd go to Bass Pro, I'd go to Nabatac Outdoors, and now they have my lures there. And I couldn't find the 1/80th ounce. So I went ahead and bought me a fly tying kit from Nabatac Outdoors, and it had a vise in it, had some of the tools in there to make lures, and that's how I started making lures right there. And my very first mold was a 1/80th ounce, and I thought, you know, there were people buying them from me, my jigs, and soon I had one tackle store. They wanted me to tie lures for them under his name, which is Crappie Time Jigs, and that was JD, not JD Vance, Jack Dennis, JD's Tackle, and so I tied really good lures, and people would go into the store. They would be asking for the Crappie Time jigs, of course, but they would go in there, hey Sparky, they would go in there asking for the jigs that I tied. And now he had 4 other jig tires, or 3 other jig tires, but they didn't want the jigs that the other people tied because they would fall apart. My jigs wouldn't fall apart. And so anyway, I ended up breaking away from JD because we had so many customers. And 2 years into jig tying, I owned a barbecue business at that time. And I told my wife, I'm like, we have more jig customers than we do barbecue customers. And we were in a little bitty town in Chelsea, Oklahoma that had about 2,000 people. And so I would put pictures every day on Facebook, and I would do these live streams, but there was basically a video call, and I would we would do a video chat, and I would help people tie jigs, and I had friends of mine that would tie jigs, and it was just good to be in front of them and we could see each other's face, and me tie jigs, and so we just kept getting bigger and bigger. And not only that, another thing that helped me out was I was catching all these 3-pound crappie where there weren't any 3-pound crappie supposedly, and so with that notoriety, I guess, we would get, I don't know if that's a cop or a fire truck. We would get calls from like newspapers and magazines, also radio stations and people that did podcasting, and they would call me up and do an interview with me. And then I would go to tackle shows, and I would see like, Crappie Connection. If you go to Crappie Connection's page, you'll see an interview with me from a long time ago, and they did an interview with me. So we just kept getting more, I guess if you want to say the word loosely, famous or whatever. And so it wasn't until about 2020 that my wife had said, why don't you go on TikTok and start doing live streams? And so I thought, man, we got enough business. I don't need to do that. But anyway, she would show me some of these people that were tying jigs on TikTok, and some of these people were people that I used to help out, and I would teach them how to tie jigs, and now they got their own business. And I was like, you know what? They got a lot of people in their live stream. At that time, I thought, well, they got like 30 or 40 people in their live stream. I thought that was like a lot of people. And I thought, I could do that. And so what I did was I put a few videos up, and then almost overnight, I had 1,000 followers on TikTok. And I would do a live stream, and Richard can tell you this. We would get a lot of people watching me tie jigs over there, and we would get a lot of people. Yeah, you have a good night there. And so that's how I got into doing live streaming, and about a year ago, my wife had said they may shut down TikTok, or you need to do stuff on YouTube. And at that point, I had a YouTube channel, but I never did anything with it. And so I would put videos up about every other day. And when I had enough subscribers, I started live streaming. And in the very beginning, it was Remington and Panfish that would come on my lives, and they would watch. And things are harder over here on YouTube. It's not like you can share it out to all your friends and your subscribers here. And not only that, it's not like I could follow people back in the chat. I could tap on Sparky Flies right now, and there's nothing there that says, to follow him. And so I had to learn how to work YouTube. And so I think I got a lot of it down. There's still stuff to learn here on YouTube. I'd like to learn how to do more short videos where I get more views, and long form videos. And so it didn't take long for me to get monetized. It took a few months, but it wasn't an overnight thing. Any other questions tonight? But I love tying jigs. I love making lures. It's a passion of mine. I get a kick out of it when people send me pictures of them catching fish or their kids, or I just get it just gives me not just a pat on the back. It just inspires me to keep making lures and keep making better lures. Yeah, a lot of people have learned watching me. Yep. But you got to have a passion, whether you're making plastics, or you're doing hand tied, whether it be like crappie style jigs like I do, or whether you're making fly fishing lures. If you don't have that passion there, it's just a hobby that you do every now and then. But I love doing what I do. I love doing live streams. I'd like to get one point where I can get financially uh, set, where I'm making, decent amount. But part of that takes a lot of people subscribing to you, a lot of people watching your videos, and I don't have that uh, quote unquote $1 million video that has me a million views like Crappie Man Jigs does. Yeah, he has a couple of videos that he gets over 1 million views. I wish I could speak that language there, Nelegal, but I just do not. I wish I could read that, but I just can't read that. So guys, you guys have yourself a good night. I'll be back in the shop tomorrow. If you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to do so. We'll catch you guys sometime in the morning tomorrow. Adios, good night, and God bless.